Welcome to Galaxy of Conquest. This time with the record button pressed. You
have a record button?
There is a record button.
It says it up there in the corner now.
It does say it up in the corner.
We're not Arnold here.
Yeah, our test run was great. So, welcome to Galaxy Conquest. We are Drastin and Mr. Lathis of Star Wars Galaxy's Hero. We've been playing. I know I've been playing since it came out. I was in the beta.
I started. Oh gosh, it was before my oldest was born, so that's 10 years. Because the game's been out
2015. 10 years this year, I think.
10. So then it was right around when he was born, right after he was bornish. I played for a while. I took a short break and then I came back.
Same. I think I took a break a little bit after Darth Revan. The Revans.
That's when I came back. Was when Revan came out. That's when I came back. So I was I enjoy it. It's a great game.
Yeah, for sure. So right now we're sitting at about 13 million GP, but we're going to talk about some more accessible characters that you may not have, and then the Conquest is one of our favorite modes. So we enjoy all the different nuances and little things they do. Now, when this list came out because the data miners always put out a list of the feats that are coming up in the upcoming Conquest. I know where I was at with it, but what was some of your feelings when you saw the list of things you had to do?
Let's just say, seeing the boss battles was a little surprise compared to what we usually get. And then we were given, 5 cluster characters together that have no synergy, have no purpose of being together. And it's or win with a solo. It's like, wait, we're going solo on this one? Sure, let's do it. But now it's like, ooh, I might want to buff up this one a little bit more. Or why these 4 only or 5 only? This makes no sense.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that shortly. I was immediately angry because, so the company that makes Galaxy of Heroes has a history of doing some bits. So
what's your favorite bit? Come on, Drastin, you have a couple bits.
Relic Delta, that's upcoming. Hopefully that gets stopped by the time this video comes out. Who knows? It probably is not. But so immediately when I saw it, I'm like, they've gone too far. They've really pushed me to the edge after all these years of playing this freaking game. But more information came out, and then it was like, oh,
this makes sense.
And we're going to talk about that. It did cause some nostalgia to happen, which is always entertaining.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm going to be very excited to actually do these squads when everyone gets to see the reason why is because when I got into the competitiveness where I first started playing the game with Drastin, we were separate for a long time, but then when we came together, most of this stuff long gone.
We actually met because of this game.
Was it this game or was it? I thought it was. I thought it was the Old Republic. It was the Old Republic we met. I thought.
No, we had a mutual friend that found out we both play the game, and they were like, "I should put you in contact because you guys both play that game." And we started talking from there, and then I think we played the Old Republic from there. And
we started playing together in 20.
Yeah,
it was late 20. It's because it was right around Christmas of 2020. I remember because I had to actually get a .gg account set up, and I was struggling. Well, getting those set up 5 years ago was an insane thing because you can't read half the time what your not your ally code, but your player code was.
Oh yeah, it was
your player ID. Code. Yeah, it's like, and now they finally changed it so zeros are zeros instead of O's.
But so over the years, we do have some things on our roster that others don't, and we're going to talk about that. during our thing here, and we're also so you finished the game. You finished Conquest a little bit before me.
Yep, about 6 days.
Yeah, I'm at about 7, 8, somewhere usually around there, depending on my current motivation level or what I'm dealing with.
Work.
So yeah, right. So we typically do. I do 350 refreshes and usually 100 refresh, which is kind of a new thing, but we do that so that we can farm datacrons for our guild activities because we're in a very competitive guild.
Yeah, especially right now where I didn't get very many datacrons in the last
when
set.
It melted. Yeah.
No, when they all melted, I didn't get many, but I focused on the focus datacrons. I got 3 of the 4 of them maxed out. Those, in my opinion, at the time were a lot.
They didn't melt well.
Better.
They didn't melt as well as I thought they would. So that was a thing. So I
didn't have as many focus that were maxed out though. I only had 2 in that set. This one now I have 3, but I don't think they'll melt well either because 2 of them are 9s.
Right.
So we'll see though. I have a lot of
this is the 21st Conquest?
21st, and this is the final part of the 5th year of it. Because I looked up, it started with Razor Crest 5 years ago. I couldn't see the exact start.
5 years.
It's been 5 years which means I think it started in the later part, and there was only 2 difficulties when it started. Now there's 3.
Yeah. Easy,
I remember,
normal, and hard.
Yep, and it was just easy and normal, or normal and hard, or something. And yeah, no, it was crazy. And the way to do it, way back then, you had to complete it under normal to unlock hard.
Yep.
Which might still be the case. So if you're watching this,
I think it is. It is still the case. Yeah.
We're going to be talking about hard. I know that normal and easy have less feats.
I think they recommend you have 4 to 5 million GP before moving to hard, something like that.
I think it's only 4
note
or 5,
that the first crate in hard is as good as the last crate in normal. So as soon as you can do hard, you want to do hard.
And vice versa for back normal to easy.
Yes.
So the higher difficulty you can do, roll with it.
Not saying they're going to be frustrating.
Oh, yeah. It took me a while to get Razor Crest because I was not able to do it under the harder difficulty. So it took me a while to get that, so that when Executor had come out, it was a pain in the butt. So this is very, very highly go as hard as you can go, and unfortunately suffer a little bit, but it's worth it in the end.
All right. But on that note, let's take a look at Conquest 21. So we're going to break down each of these sections individually, but this is just kind of an overview. This is what how the data comes to us from the data miners, and thank you data miners for grabbing this information quick. Now, a brief overview, and what we were talking about is initially, like Mr. Lathis said, when we look at boss nodes, it's like, hey, kill it with a full team of Gungans, or kill it with Master Waste Windu or anything. So,
and they also set it up where you couldn't do usually both at the same time. It's like either all dark side, and they're like, or do it with like Jocasta Nu. I'm just throwing out a light side character.
Yeah. So when these came out, I thought these were a joke because the boss is Win with Tebow, TIE Fighter pilot, Qui-Gon Jinn, Royal Guard, and Jyn Erso. What? All of these characters usually never see Conquest for me.
Well, and the other thing is there's so many focused players out there now, or focused alts. They don't have these leveled up at all. This is going to be a nightmare for focused accounts, like those ones that went straight SOKR, straight GL race, straight GLs. They're not going to have half of these characters to a point where they're going to be able to use them. And if they don't, they're going to have to spend a whole bunch of gear and materials to get them up to even make it a viable thing to get that. So, like, your big rosters won't have much of a problem. Your smaller or your focused ones, it's going to be a little tough getting some of these bosses. So to maximize your intake, I mean, we're going to try and help everyone so you can get at least as much as you can out of the rest of the sectors.
Yeah, so, and also there's solo characters. So Win with only Kylo Ren or Commander Luke Skywalker. So immediately,
when they say Kylo Ren, are we going to be doing mass Kylo Ren? Is that the one they're thinking?
OG Kylo Ren.
So the fully masked, the one that
Yes.
had to level up for SLKR, then you don't use with anything else.
Right. So me, I saw these and I was like, they've gone too far. They've pushed the eternal button. I you know, with everything else that's going on, I was like, no. Well, then I start looking through the Discord and we come upon this, which is really interesting, is actually the sector bosses are the old raid bosses and characters from those. So
which we haven't touched in what
years?
Years. I mean, when did well, years, because even when they started doing heroic rancor, you only had a few squads you were using, and before that, and with those, I mean, you could have one person solo the other two raids.
Yeah, so yeah, when you see these, we're like, oh, okay, this makes a little bit of sense because Tebow was the leader, and we're gonna talk about that as we go into that. So it's not as scary as I initially thought, but it could be a problem for those like Mr. Latha said that don't have the very focused roster. You're not going to have some of these tunes. So let's look at Sector 1. All right, so Sector 1, we've got attempt to inflict stagger 60 times. So one team that's always going to be beneficial, and we get asked this too, is the Padawan Obi-Wan Omicron worth it?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes, it's so good for knocking out these stupid, do this 60 times, this 40 times. I know investing an Omicron into a Conquest mode, it seems like a waste, but there are no regrets in doing so.
I just did it this last one, and I have to agree. No regrets, no regrets.
Yeah, you were pretty leery of doing so. I kept telling you, I'm like, do this, man. Well, it's great.
That's because Sortie burned so many people with that. They made it sound like it was great, and then no,
it was awful. Yeah.
The nice thing though about this is there are some other squads, if you don't have Padawan Obi-Wan leveled up, that you should have a few of these other squads, especially if you've gone for Star Killer. You've gone with, I mean, you have to have Emperor Palpatine almost at this point. If you're going for hard, you got to have Palpatine at some point. So there are a few other squads and a few other combinations that you can do that will definitely help you. So Drastin will be able to add all the wonderful people above. But a great squad for this is Palpatine, Bastila Fallen, Mara Jade. And then for fun here, to help with this as a double dip, let's throw Brutus in there just to get him, and let's throw in Royal Guard just so we have a tank with auto taunt.
Yeah, for sure. So now we have 10 battles with Brutus. You've got a near infinite turn meter with stuff. So Stagger is actually one of the ones I don't mind doing because it's pretty easy to do. 60 times is quite a bit for a Sector 1 feat. So if you're like, I don't have some of these, I don't mind skipping the 5 key card ones. Like,
but these aren't that terrible.
They're not terrible.
I mean, if you had to skip that, I mean, the 60 stagger, the only thing is, in Dress, and I don't know if you can go back, we only have 5 key cards we can miss. I don't know if you saw that. So you have to get almost everything. I feel like it's really tight, and I don't know why 335 is so tight, but it's there. So
it is there. So Stagger's not that bad. Mara Jade is going to be your moneymaker on Stagger. It's just, it has been for a long time. Looking at the others, if you got Gungans, Jar Jar Binks also does an AoE stagger with all his stuff. Kira has a stagger, and then you've got some others like Saul Guerrera and even Zeb does a stagger. So if you're new to hard, you might have a Phoenix squad.
But yeah, to get it faster, you're going to get 10, at least 10 minimum with both Bastila and Mara Jade. Those are your two big. It'll take you 6 battles, maybe less if you can get an extra. I mean, if you get enough turn meter bumping and you get the right squad to go against. The nice thing I've noticed the last few, and we'll see if this happens this one, but the last 20 and 19, the end 3 are going to be Bad Batch, Old Bad Batch, First Order, and then finally a bounty hunter with the 3 Mandalorian bounty hunters, so they have double lives. So you have more chances to get those staggers on. And it's just a tempt. You don't have to see it click. So just remember.
And that can be to your advantage, because then it doesn't burn stamina on the characters. So don't be afraid to lose on some of these that don't
or time out.
Surviving. Yeah.
Or time out. Like, definitely the attempt, time it out. Let it go.
So the next one, 10 battles with squad full of tanks. Easy enough. There are a lot of tanks in the game. And there's a lot of high damage dealing tanks in the game. I mean, you may not have a Galactic Legend Leia Organa, but she's a tank. She hits hard. So
3 GLs are tank. It's the last it's been the 3 light side the 3 most recent light side GLs. The only one who isn't is Rey.
That is true.
Oh, and JMK. I forgot JMK. My apologies. Sorry, Kenobi. You kind of fell off to the wayside. You've been real quiet.
You did. They've been fighting you ever since you came out. 10 battles with Brutus. That's going to be one I'm not going to worry about on my initial pass through Sector 1, because that's throw him on a more powerful squad like Inquisitors or something like that. That's going to help you cheese. Inquisitors are my go-to, like, cheese this character surviving. Especially with some of the data discs that are out there, which I haven't seen the new data disc list yet.
They'll probably have a new set, so who knows which ones they'll have.
So when that comes out, maybe we'll get a video up of, like, here's what we encourage you to go for.
Yep.
What about buff immunity? What do you think?
Buff immunity, B2 all the way. Droids, GG droids, and using B2.
And you can use B2 with Dr. Afra if you got her as well. I mean, any
you B2. Can. I think he doesn't get all our buffs is the only thing, but we're at R5 for this. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The point is just you really want it more with the GG, so that way you'll want Grievous, Stap, B2, B1, Magna Guard. You'll want those 5. You won't really need droid decut, because you want to get on the Retaliate, the Force Retaliate, and then that way they just keep shooting and he can keep on buff immunity.
Yep. Getting to the mini boss, kicks in your squad. Again, throw them in a squad with some of your more powerful ones. And let me throw out there that, like, if you're new to hard mode, one of the best teams in Conquest, this is super weird, is a CLS squad. On Chewie, CLS, Chupio. It's really one of those more legit squads. You could throw him in with that, and you're probably going to win.
I mean, the possibilities are endless with that one.
Yeah.
Especially at these lower levels, and when you come back, don't ever feel that you have to get them your first pass through.
Nope. I'm a cleanup person. I want to get through Sector 5 and then I come back and do cleanups, but as efficiently as possible.
Yes.
But same with Jocasta Nu. If you have,
we might need to pause there, Dresden, because you just froze.
Key cards, whatever.
You froze,
and then the
Dresden.
boss. I'm not frozen.
You were frozen. Let's go back to talk about about after kicks.
It didn't freeze on mine. We're good.
Okay. Then we'll keep. I didn't hear what you said about Jocasta Nu, but I'm going to assume that you just said Jedi Vanguard squad and just let her kick butt.
Yep.
Perfect.
If you have her, a lot of people aren't going to have her. So.
Yes.
And then getting down to the boss, it's that classic. So again, I'm going to pop this up. So Sector 1, the boss is a Rancor. And oddly enough, back in the day, Tebow was the best lead. for Rancor because he had turn meter removal, and you could remove turn meter on the boss. So, yeah, that weird squad, but here we are.
It was a 50% chance back in the day. 50% chance to gain 25% turn meter at the end.
And Jin Urso also removes turn meter, so a lot of that worked well. But Commander Luke Skywalker, that is a choice. I'm wondering if they'll get special abilities like they do with some of the events.
I don't know. I mean, right now in TB on Tatooine, you do the crate dragon with only 3 Mandalorians. I'm wondering if they're just going to shrink his health pool. I bet that's what it's going to mostly be, is a health pool shrink. There's no way they're going to expect us to do what was Rancor's health, but maybe it is. I mean, it's been what, 8 years since this was a viable squad for that? Because 5 years ago, you just had relics and charge, attack, and it was dead. And then they did the challenge Rancor, and then you had to have all those R5s, and that was a whole bit. But
all right, so that's Sector 1. That doesn't seem too bad.
Before you go, remember, it's when using only Commander Luke Skywalker. Yes. He has to be solo. I would definitely try it solo before you have a bunch of data cards or data discs. It might be easy. We won't know until we get there. Yeah. But I feel like it should be relatively easy, and I think most people probably have an R7 for a GL purposes, so it shouldn't be difficult, but we'll see what happens when it starts. I'm excited for when it starts.
3, 2, 1. All right. So I think that was a good cover for Sector 1. Let's take a look now at Sector 2. So I'll let you start off with this one. Bonus turns.
Grandmaster Yoda is a huge one that I always feel that you need to use. You'll basically want a Jedi, so you also want to use Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. The event Cal Kestis, because every time he uses his ability, he gets another turn. Another great character would be Darth Vader with his Merciless Massacre.
You know what I used to cheese bonus turns? Gungans.
Ew. The mouth breather?
Yeah. So the Gungans get a bunch of bonus turns. I don't even know how it works.
Bonus turns. I thought it was just turn meter.
No, it's bonus turns. Like, you knock out a bunch.
Now you're having me look.
You're gonna have to look.
I'm gonna have to look. I want to know where they're getting those bonus turns from.
I'm guessing it's from Jar Jar's kit.
I'm looking at his uniques. He gets a bonus turn right at the beginning. I know he gets to go first, just like Han Solo does. Interesting. Well, I'll have to try that one then. I never thought of that one.
For some reason, it chews them up.
Interesting. Definitely got to try that.
Give that a shot. Like when we come back and do our review after the first one, we'll say that dude's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it and just be like, okay, let's throw her in and go.
There you go.
We can also, real quick, the bottom one, win at least 10 battles without losing any units. You got to do that anyway to get a max crate. So you're gonna get that one done no matter what.
Yeah. 10 battles with Silvo and Vane. I may skip that one. I mean, my Silvo and Vane aren't terrible, but
no, they're not that bad. It can't be that terrible.
They might work with Maz, but then a lot of people aren't going to have Maz. So
Days. Well, of course, your wonderful Omicron that you love
takes care of that. But without Days, well, I mean, you get some Days from Boss Nass.
Captain Rex is Captain Rex
is going to be your go-to. So a lot of people coming into hard should have Captain Rex. Gungans are going to be solid for this because Phalanx, Binks, Boss Nass all do some form of daze. So again, those are two that would be a good work together for your bonus turns as well.
Dash Rendar is a great one. Old Bad Batch is another great one. There's so many just random ones you can throw out there, and you need it 40 times.
General Skywalker is AoE daze.
Yep, daze on that one. So there's so many characters. There will be plenty of characters.
Win with a full squad of pirates on a mini boss. I need to see the mini boss.
I mean, so let's kind of look at this though in another light, because there are some pirates that some people should have some decent ones up, not just the new ones. If you've been doing all of the Conquest, SM33 is there. If you got last one done, you got Maz there. Most people have Sana Staros. If you've been farming pirates as well, and you've been farming for Pirate King Hondo, you probably have regular Hondo, as well as, at this point, Captain Athanos. So you could have potentially 5-6 pirates that are 7-star. And if you've been trying to get these other pirates as they were going, I didn't go as hard as I did for the Dark Side clones. The pirates, I was not happy with CG on that one, but that's besides the point. But mine are all relict at this point. They're just awaiting the rest of their stars. I don't think it'll be as bad as we think. And it's also probably something we can come back with more data discs and getting some of those extra little buffs that you can drop on for one battle.
And then again, with the boss, let's take a look again. Our boss for Sector 2, General Grievous, B2, and the Magna from AAT raid. So it shouldn't be the AAT, but what was it? The first phase of that raid was Grievous.
That was the first phase, yep. That was phase 1. Phase 2 was first part of the tank. You fought the tank the first time. Third was the rocket trooper. Fourth was final tank.
So the key here with Kylo Ren, the OG Kylo Ren, you're going to want to do that AoE so that you get the retaliate or whatever it is, the counterattack. That's going to be the key for that to work. You're going to want him to keep going back. So do that as much as possible, and maybe keep stuns on General Grievous if your turn meter works for you. So,
yep.
And then
have to actually look at his mods now and see what I gotta do. I got some mods on this guy that I'm probably gonna have to redo because I haven't touched in years. I've zombified it.
Then Darth Vader, Wampa, Grand Admiral Thrawn, BB-8, and Luke Skywalker. That was a lot of turn meter, fracture, a lot of manipulation of stuff. Darth Vader actually had a different kit at that time.
He didn't have Merciless Massacre. That came post this squad. So bring up the boss list real quick again, Dresden.
Yeah.
So it's GG, B2, and Magna. So you're going to get multiple turns with Vader. And the reason why Vader lead is because you get all those dots. Dots, as soon as they go off, they come right back. So you're going to want to definitely have Thrawn bringing back to Vader to get as many more turns to get more dots. Same to Wampa.
Wampa's going to have the daze, which is going to help take care of that B2. You're going to want to make sure he stays dazed.
And helps inflict daze 40 times.
There you go. So yeah, that's another one because he gets Wampa gets an AoE daze.
Yep. The other thing, and I know most people have this, I don't because I did not farm SLKR like normal people. I spent $5 on a light speed bundle, easiest $5 to spend in the world.
Some people.
I don't have the Zeta.
It was a great deal.
I don't have the Zeta. And you want that Zeta because it's a plus 15% damage as well as recover protection. That's what's big. So
people be dropping Zetas on that guy for that one. It's only 3 key cards, so
it is only 3, and it could be one I do at the end, and maybe you don't need it. So if you don't have the Zeta, don't like go out and farm, or if you have one and you're like, oh, I'm saving for this, don't spend it. It is 3 key cards. You can spare a few key cards, but we'll get into some other ones here where you might need to do it, but we'll see that here in a minute. So,
all right, moving on. Sector 3. You want to lead us off here? Disarm.
What did we say last one? Because this is a repeat from previous. I think if I remember, it was CX2 and Chrysanthemum. There's really no disarmed squad. I mean, there's characters, but there's really nothing there. And if I remember, this was still a 10 last section, or last Conquest, like Conquest 20. And I think I skipped it. It was one of those very few I skipped, which makes me wonder why all feats total is 335. I know why all feats total is 335, because that's just the feats.
Yes.
You still have other key cards. You're getting 3 per every node. So, okay. This might be a skip, because it's
kind
very
of a pain
tough.
in the butt.
It is honestly the one you kind of want to let go.
There are some cheese squads out there that you can do on a first order node, where you use CX2 and you call them in to do the disarm. If you have the new Bad Batch, you can use Wrecker. Has a disarm as well. Wrecker Mercenary.
But they're just not.
But it's not worth your time to do 15 times for 10 key cards.
It's not worth it. Don't. This is almost one.
You may need it if you don't have some of the tunes that are required for the other things. So
as we look further down, there's some characters that, as you can see, they're in the mini boss Maz Kanata to get those 2 cards. Yeah, sure, it's only 2, but unless you unlocked her last conquest after the end of the last conquest, I don't think most people have her right now.
But basically, you want to go to a first order node, and there is a group setup that you can use that you can keep calling CX2 in. And you basically isolate the Droideka while he's got damage immunity on, and you just keep disarming him. It's nets you about 4 if you're lucky. So
until you time out after 5 minutes, and you're banging your head against the wall. It's probably, at least in my book, it's a skip.
Yeah. Same. 10 battles with SM33. I tell you, the dude shines on an Aphra squad.
He's great. He's fun.
He is a fun character. He does really well on that squad. So if you have Dr. Aphra, great. Else, use one of your cheese battles, throw him in the list with Inquisitors or whatever.
If you have him, because he was a conquest from 19. So if you did not get him in 19 and then from,
you're gonna have to skip that one.
You're gonna have to skip, unfortunately. So that's just if you have him or not. All
right, blind. We talked about this one before we started this up. This one isn't as bad as we thought.
Chupio AoE blind.
So Chupio has the AoE blind. So if you can get a good node using a CLS team of some sort, where, again, first order node with unmasked Kylo Ren, sometimes you can get a good roll on him, and he never dies because of turn meter manipulation and the way he works, and allows you to keep blinding him. Or Jabba's basic is a blind.
Right. Oh, that was the cheese. So the cheese was Jabba Watt Hoda. Thank you for reminding me on that and saying that. You do tank tech on Jabba. You do Hoda's master training, whatever it is, on to Jabba. Hit auto basic and put your device down and walk away for 5 minutes, because all he's going to do is just wiggle his finger.
And I want to say you can do it on the Datacron node. Like there's a specific node on there that is easier to do or something.
You mean the end nodes?
One of the end ones. Yeah.
You could do it almost on any of them. I just find one where, look at the buffs that they have. As long as they're not like I think it's overpowered 1 or less or something, it's super easy and you just let it go. He will not die. Even at R7, he just will not die. So that should be no problem on that one.
All right, next one. You had a good note on this one. Defeat 35 enemies with clone troopers.
Yes. So in the global, which we haven't gotten to yet, you need to do, 20 battles with 4 dark side clones. So just throw in your Lord Vader with Dark Side clones. Start knocking 2 birds with 1 stone on that.
There you go. Yep.
Or if you absolutely have to, Gas and 501st, Shock T 501st. Old bad is Clone Troopers.
Yes, they're just not all Galactic Republic.
They're not all Galactic Republic, is what I learned on that one Conquest. Omega is not Galactic Republic.
So Clone Troopers, if you're on this tier, you have them. So not too bad. Next one, probably the one a lot of people aren't going to get is Maz Kanata, because it literally just unlocked. So if you didn't max the last tier out, you're not gonna have Maz. So that's probably gonna be 2 key cards you're not gonna get. Balin has been around for a bit now. I think his tunes are starting to go double drop now.
And he is permanent October 28th.
Yeah, so just a couple weeks away here.
Yes, a couple weeks from recording here. So 10 days actually from today that we recorded.
So the boss for Sector 3 is B1 and the AAT from the AAT raid. This I'm interested to see how they do it. Again, Chief Chirpa, Emperor Palpatine. I remember some of these squads.
It's so disgusting.
And we forgot to mention the reason they're doing this is this Conquest is going to fall on the anniversary of Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. So they're just doing kind of a callback to those. So good luck on, remember, they don't all have to live.
You gotta win with them all. And then finally, win using only Savage Opress,
who I think has had a kit fix since that initial.
He's had a big kit change since there. Because remember, they gave him that Omicron. Yeah, they gave him that Omicron for Gak, and he just became a beast. Okay,
so right now our first guaranteed probably want to skip is the disarm.
Disarm, and then the forced ones possibly with SM33 and Maz Kanata. Those are going to be forced skips.
Yeah, if you don't have them, because they're Conquest tunes. They used to be a lot better about not putting Conquest tunes in the ones right after they released, but
or if they did it, they threw it in Sector 5, not Sector 3.
All right,
come on, CG, you're killing me, Smalls.
Sector 4, win 10 battles with Quiggold. That's gonna be your like whatever your cheese farm is, your tough team. Throw him in as an extra person. Evasion up. What do you got for us on that one?
What did we talk about? We had a good one besides.
Oh, I got a really good one for that one.
Are you doing it besides Padawan?
No, I mean Padawan Obi-Wan does everything, but
he does everything. This is hate admitting it, but he is right. Padawan is on every one of those squads. But what do you have?
OG Bad Batch.
Yep, that's where I was getting to.
3 characters give evasion up, and 2 of them are AoE buffs to the team. So it's super.
There's 10
easy.
right there. A fight, guaranteed 10 if you can get through all your
guaranteed.
Characters.
And I can usually get at least one of the guys to do it twice, so you could probably knock it out in a couple battles with that, depending on if they survive. Best node to use for them, if you've got like a separatist node or something that's kind of droid based, they can get their AoE stuns and stuff off on those. But remember, they don't have to survive; they just have to get the effect out. So I don't care if they die.
Well, if you want to also have them survive, something you could do with them is I'd use New Wrecker over Old Wrecker because he starts in auto taunt.
But
I don't remember if Old Wrecker does.
You need Old Wrecker because he gives evasion up. He's one of the characters that does that.
It's Hunter, Echo, and Omega.
Oh, you're right. So we could switch that out.
And most people have their Echo super fast anyway, because you always want Echo to go first to do all the stunning. So
yeah, and all those buff dispels and yeah, I think you can use him for also the days. And another days character that's really good at it.
The other thing you could do, and maybe just take out Wrecker and throw in a different one of the Bad Batch, new Bad Batches to just keep that synergy going, to do the no tanks. Because next one is win 10 battles with no tanks. Wrecker's your tank. So, I mean, it depends how you're feeling. Got to win those battles, but, it doesn't say survive. It just says win.
No tanks has been around for a while. That one's not terribly difficult. It's annoying, but not difficult.
Well, that's your quad mace squad anyway, because the summon does not count as a tank.
She doesn't count as a tank.
So it's almost you almost just do that
so
squad
if you have the Omi evasion up.
Hey, I think hold on. I know it's getting way ahead, but Global Feat, win 20 battles with full squad of Galactic Republic. Yeah. There's three birds with one stone in Sector 4.
And you definitely want to be doing some of that stuff just for an efficiency sake. Okay, the next one you noticed, and I'm just now reading it. This one changed.
Yes, 300 dot effects on an enemy with an ability. So I don't know how it's going to work, but if you run Lord Vader, he automatically throws on 2 dots automatically on all of them that are undispellable and can't do anything about it. So will those?
And you need to do a global for 4 clones anyway. So
4 clones, so it's great. Another thing you could do is Darth Vader. Do that. Yep. Have him use his throw the lightsaber to take it off because he automatically reapplies dots whenever they're removed. So
but I don't think that's going to count.
It's with an ability. It's part of his kit.
Yeah, but I don't know
you're right. You're right. I think only his Force Crush, I think, is the ability.
Yeah, Force Crush, yeah.
They're the Force Crush abilities by both Vaders. I think that's it, as well as Watt. Watt's another easy one to do with that because anytime they use a special, he applies 1 or 2 dots.
Well, I think that the key team here is going to be Lord Vader with the 4 dark side clones because
roll with it.
Because Apo does dots as well. He's got that AoE dot as well.
Is it a dot? No, I thought it was just force the dots to go off.
No, he actually does put a dot on him as well.
Shows you how much I pay attention to it. I just push the button and it goes.
I'm pretty sure. So
now you got me looking. I'm going to check quick. Keep talking.
Heaven forbid me actually look things up. I'm just running from headcanon. So the sad thing is I used to use Tusken Raiders to cheese this because like a Tusken Raider on against Imperial Troopers will do this in one battle. They have now, as far as we know, fixed that. So you're gonna have to use something like Lord Vader or Darth Vader. Everyone should have Darth Vader coming into hard known. So
no, he does not apply it. I
was wrong.
No, it's fine. I was like, yeah, no, I knew he triggered him all, but
all right. Mini boss. 95% of us don't have Pirate King Hondo Anaka. So
I think it's even less than that, or more than that. I think it's like
98,000 or something like that. I think
it is very
millions
very
of players
people have Pirate King Hondo. I don't have him. Drassen doesn't have him. We're already 3 key cards. Sorry.
No, because pirates suck. Anyways, win without using any tanks. Win without using any tanks. That's already a sector thing, so you can do those together. And then what is our boss for Sector 4? It is Gamorrean Guards and the Brute from Rancor. So those were the door guards at the start of the Rancor raid.
They were always a pain in the butt.
Yes, they were. And what are the odds they're not tuned correctly here?
I will take... we're going to cancel Conquest early for Sector 4. It's broken. We will restart it in a week when we get it fixed.
And then...
Cody 5's Echo... OG Echo, let's rephrase that. OG Echo, Clone Sergeant, and Princess Leia.
Yeah.
Do you remember why it was that squad?
Princess Leia, when she went invisible, hit very hard.
And she still does.
Yeah. I don't remember. Same with Finn Poe Resistance. I don't ever remember using them either. But I remember the one dude, the Brute, like enrages or whatever. And he hit very hard.
I'm still saying the only difference now compared to then, there was no relics, and you could only go up to G12 plus 5. So almost everyone who's been around for a while will have most of these characters up to a higher point.
At least like a relic 1 or something like that, you know? But all right.
We'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. And that leads us to the last sector. Here we go again.
5. CX2. Clones. Easy.
Lord Vader, clones.
Just do it. Once again, global feat. Don't wait. I mean, remember, play cleanup. You don't have to do all 10 in one shot. Actually, you can't even do all 10 in one shot. So
no.
So, yep. But that's your squad right there. That if you only have the clones, figure out a 5th clone to dump with them. Just figure out something. They're clone troopers. They all still have clone synergy. So,
all right, tenacity down. This is going to be your buddy, Captain Rex.
Captain Rex on his AoE going across the screen.
We also have, in a more singular method, we have like Great Mothers, Malik, Leia Organa does it as well. And of course, the hero of Conquest. Wow.
Well, let's also make sure we preface. Pow's Omicron only works to 50% stamina. After he goes down to 49 or lower, does not work. Don't waste your time. Let his stamina go back up. So,
but Queen Amidala also does tenacity down. So she's part of that squad, as well as Master Qui-Gon does tenacity down. So he's part of that squad, and JML as well. So there, you got a lot of options for tenacity down. I know Inquisitors do it. Merrick does it. Tenacity down.
It's a very that one's not bad. There's plenty of things. Just go out there and have fun with it. Defense down, that one kind of tripped you up, but that one, besides our best buddy, that one threw us off for a second because we were like, defense down. We haven't had that one in a while. It feels
we have not had that one in a while, and if it was defense up, surprisingly enough, a Clone Wars Chewbacca lead is the way to get that one. But that's not this. We don't want to confuse you. So we've got Inquisitors that can do this. Gungans can do this. Luthen, Leia, CLS. So there's a lot of options to get defense down. It's just not one we think of much. It looks like a good resistance squad will do it. Ben Solo, Holdo. So there's some options there for defense down.
CLS
again.
His basic.
Yeah. Right.
Once
there.
Get something real easy to use because just put it on auto basic and he does attack all the time.
Yeah. 10 battles with a full squad of pirates. That's going to be a tough ask for a lot of people.
But like I said, there's a lot of pirates that they have that tag, so don't completely knock it.
We'll have more information once we've run through this first one and we come back and kind of give you the GOAT squads for each sector.
I know I skipped a 15 the last one, so you can skip a 15.
Yeah, and we may come back and say that's the one you want to skip. So they're just not there. Most people just don't have them maxed out unless you wailed hard or you were very lucky and you got one of those coveted 330 shards. I've never seen happen in my life. Mini boss looks like Night Sisters, Asajj, Mother Tals, and Old Daka, the OG Night Sisters. A lot of us that have been playing in the hard arena already have those.
Lightspeed bundle coming. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and then
they're bringing that one back.
SLKR with Grand Admiral Thrawn. I don't understand that.
I mean, they say that character first for the lead purpose.
It'll be SLKR lead.
I know. For that, I'm going to definitely do SLKR lead. I'm probably looking at the other one. I might do Mother Talzin as the lead. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's Asajj I know gave speed, and I'm thinking that's why. So we'll see what happens. But
I think I know why, because on the mini boss, I bet we're fighting.
It's Treya Sabers. That's the end of. Yeah, no, that's the end of it.
Oh, Treya. Yeah. Treya Sabers, and then Darth Nihilus is the one for the boss. So yeah, we actually get a mini boss listed here as Treya Sabers. So it might be. Oh, you know what? For Treya Sabers, it was a Hux lead because it had something to do with the turn meter or something that he did, and it allowed SLKR to ramp faster. It was a weird thing, and it worked. It worked really well.
I'm excited to do this. I never got to do this.
I think this was the team I used to actually like solo that whole raid. Was that team? General Hux, Grand Admiral Thrawn. It is. Wow. Nostalgia hit. Boom.
Boom.
But then the last one, Darth Nihilus, good luck. He was a pain in that raid, even with these teams. But Aura Singh, Infus Nest, Imbo, Dengar, Greedo, those are not great characters. So,
I mean, Embo, Dengar, Greedo aren't bad, but Aura Singh lead?
yeah.
I mean, you'll bring her up on the screen here, but Aura Singh lead just is so weird. Like, there's so many. I think Dengar's lead is better. I thought it was.
Yeah, so
I could be.
That will be a to be determined once we get there.
I'm just looking up her lead here quick. Hold on. Game plan. 30% offense while stealth. Dengar likes his stealth. Dengar hit hard.
Okay. We'll have to see how that one works out.
So the one thing that confuses me with it, there's no enemies to kill. Was there enemies to kill on?
Yes, he had two guards.
That's right. You did have to kill his guards because then
you couldn't damage him.
All bounty hunter attacker allies. So Embo and Greedo gain stealth for 2 turns whenever a bounty hunter ally does kills. So
okay.
And use an ability while buffed 10 times. So yeah, no, they're sharing buffs all the time. So yeah, no, I guess that's a good lead. I thought it was worse than that.
All right, and then finally to our globals. Why don't you take us down for this one?
Globals 250.
That's normal.
If you don't do the challenge path, I guess I only go off the challenge path if for some reason I see I'm getting 4 really crappy squads in a row or 3 really crappy things in a row. I might
never go off the challenge path. Oh.
Is it really but it's really not even a challenge either.
No, the idea was supposedly you're supposed to get better mods if you stay on the challenge path when it comes to those.
I've deviated off at the mod or the data disk, and they've been
I don't think it ever worked. Yeah, I don't think it ever worked.
CGS something works. Oh,
yeah. And then we've got win 20 battles with at least 4 dark side clone troopers.
We already said that one. That's pretty simple.
Easy enough. Evasion down. So
did we talk about evasion down? No,
no.
Evasion down is Cad Bane.
No, it's not actually.
It wasn't Cad Bane.
That's Cad Bane is accuracy down. So evasion down. We want Bastila Shan Fallen has an AOE one.
There's something else that has it.
Yeah, 3PO and Chewie has it on his assist. So a CLS squad's going to be really good. The Goat Owl, of course, has it. Those are the 3 you're going to want to focus on. Zam Wessel has it on her AOE as well if they have thermals. So
just bring Chupio. He does it on any time.
This is a global, so you're going to get passive. You just use the CLS squad with Chupio as you're going through the sectors, and you're going to get evasion down maxed out. It's not going to be too hard.
That one's going to be easy to get.
20 battles with Galactic Republic. Those don't seem to overlap as well in this one.
Didn't we say with you could use if you have the PAL Omi back on that global or on sector 3, 4, something like that?
Yeah. So just if you're using the PAL squad, the quad bros there.
Sorry, sector 5. Sector 5 is where you want it.
This next one, I'm not a fan of. There are some cheeses for it, but I just hate it.
200 evades in battles you win.
Yeah, so you can't let the timer expire. Win. Yeah.
Well, bring out GMY because he's the goat of spreading evade, but you gotta find the right squad you're going against that is going to do AoE damage. Otherwise, you're sitting there a long time. It is a long global. It is a very
You're just gonna have to
kind
of see where you're at by at least it's a global and not a sector, because you're gonna be getting it randomly through sector 5, and then you'll have to worry about it then after that. The problem is this is the one the booming voice data disk is tied to. So like you're not gonna get this one early unless you legitimately just go for it. So that means you're going to have to be spending time afterwards during cleanup using the booming voice data disk.
Yep. And remember, this is foresight is really the big thing you're going after, is because it has foresight. I'm just like real quick running through of anything else that's just screaming worth it. Maybe RJT, Ray Jedi Training. I mean, she evades a bunch of stuff.
She's good. A Qui-Gon Jinn led Galactic Republic Jedi team.
Ezra Exile. I mean, I feel like some of the time you can't hit they don't get hit, but it's always when mine. He always gets hit, but I can never hit anyone else's.
It's true.
Empress Nest a little bit, which you got to use. I mean, there's other ones out there, but nothing spreads it like Jedi Master Yoda spreading foresight. That's really your big spot. It's just a long one. I know I've seen booming voice on the last 4 actual conquests, like not the last 4 whole sections, but the last 4 times it's been up, that I could pick it out randomly in the middle of conquest. So you might be lucky and get it, and then you don't need to do the evasion. If you see it at the beginning, grab it. Just take it. That way, because then you're losing only 1 and not 16.
But that one's doable. I think Prophet is going to be a little more challenging.
Yeah, that one.
I think you're going to need a Maz Kanata lead, or you're going to need like a Captain Silvo lead, something like that, and you need to go find like a Bad Batch node and just let things run. We'll have more information on that once we get through with this conquest of how best to get through that one, because we're not like, it's a new team. We haven't spent a lot of time with Prophet, so Prophet 100 times.
Prophet is also from Seppi's. Newt Gunray Prophet.
Newt Gunray could do Prophet as well, but not.
And he spreads Prophet to every separatist up to 3 times, because it maxed out at 3. 5.
But that one's not as easy to, because they have to clear it off, and sometimes they just choose not to.
I don't know. Whenever I press auto, the computer starts at the right and moves left. If they can clear it, they clear it a lot of times. I mean, it's definitely one, if you don't have pirates, you can at least passively get it. I would be like, hey, I got a few things. I'm just going to go and gain Prophet and put it on auto and just let it go.
Yeah.
Let it ride.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's got to be a separatist team, and you got to have Newt on the lead. That's really the big...
You're using the new Prophets, so Quiggle power.
Quiggle power! And then finally, for the fun little title, Hondo, Lando, and Dash in your squad. You got to win 3 times with those 3. If you have JML, dump JML in there. JML and some other Jedi that he can just survive and just do work.
Yeah.
Real simple on that one.
99% of the time I skip this until the last set. So
and I did not know it was worth 1 key card.
I didn't either. I think that's new.
Yeah, none of those other ones, it's just been the title, which I get them. I just get it on the first, so then that way I don't have to worry about it. This is the first time, though, where they actually have synergy.
Yeah, some.
They're all scoundrels. So you can get some scoundrel synergy. You might even be able to dump them in with some other some other characters to do some scoundrel synergy. But I mean, if you get some of those big squads, I mean, it's not terrible at all. It's only 3 this time compared to where they've had 5 of the most completely random characters together. What was the Admiral one at one point? So
yeah, so that's Conquest 21. I to be honest, my feelings toward it is I'm a little concerned about Prophet and the evade, because evade's just annoying. Prophet, I'm not sure how that's going to work. I got to look at teams and see kind of where we're at with that. What are your thoughts overall?
I'm excited for it. I think it'll be great. I'm not as concerned about the evade as you are, because last Conquest it was 5 points for 100, so we get 15 for 200, and because it was only in Sector 1. So yeah, I'm not as worried about that one. I'm a little interested. I'll use the word interested right now about the boss fights.
Yes.
I'm just
they have done something like this before and they overtuned them. Do you remember that? And they had to stop Conquest and restart it.
Conquest. I can't remember what they did for that, but I think
the Gamorrean Guard was one-shotting Relic 9.
Oh, it was just no, this was pre R9. I think it was R8 was max. No, I remember that. I can't remember what Conquest that was, but yeah, I remember it now that you say that. It was just too overtuned. So are we going to get normal mode? Are we getting heroic mode for the Rancor? Are we getting challenge mode Rancor? I don't know. I will say Rancor, if it's the door, kill the door. Don't use any of Luke's special, his middle special, until the door is down, and then whack that Rancor as hard as you can. This may be one of the few conquests where you might have to remod, but we don't know yet. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be something.
Yep. Other big news. I don't know if you saw it. The 28th, like I said earlier, Balin's skull is permanent. So if you have his tunes, he will be back in just before Conquest starts, or right in the middle of Conquest. So you can go back and get him. And Jedi Master Mace Windu is coming back for a special appearance on the 28th. So if you did not get him on the last time because it was bugged, I didn't know it was bugged. I thought it was really simple.
I thought it was super easy. Yeah.
Granted, we had all R9s, so that's a little different. But we will see this. Make sure you get him. You can do some other squads. We just didn't talk about it because most people don't have him. And Night Sister Light Speed Bundles coming back too at the end of the month here. So if you are someone who spends a little bit of money on the game, I think it's all the OG Night Sisters.
All of them.
Is it Marin too? I think it's every... I can't remember if Marin was included in that one. I didn't look that close. All mine are relicked at least at 3, and I'm not terribly worried to take them up any higher for money. But I know it does not include Great Mothers, Morgan Elsbeth, and the Knight and Death Trooper. I know they're not included. Yeah. Marin's the only one I don't know, but the rest of them, I mean, they are really fun to play too.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for Conquest 21. Thanks for hanging out with us in this initial takeoff launch of some new content. Be sure to check out all our other content on this channel and the other content from our collaborators, Banter and Babble, Half-Ass Peer Review, etc. You'll find all that information down below. We're going to have section chapter skips in there so you can skip to each sector because this is kind of a longer video, but we do appreciate you going. If you got any comments, thoughts, ideas, or just want to tell us that we look crazy on a camera, feel free to drop some comments down below. And until next time...
Hold on, you forgot the one other thing to say. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. We can't be on YouTube if you don't say it.
Press the little bell in the corner. That corner.
That corner?
Something. That corner.
I don't know where the bell is. I've not,
it's down here. It's down here. I know because I put it there.
Down here.
Smash that bell.
Smash that button.
But
hey,
until next time, we'll see you on Tatooine. Take care, everybody.